Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some.
Hi friends, my name is Lisa Schmidt and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we are at the Refuge Little Falls. It's kind of fun with Memorial Day, having an extra day off. Even though Memorial Day is so early, our school goes longer. I don't get that. Anyway, excited to be here with some friends, and I love hosted weekends. I also love when we can just come up and enjoy the house and enjoy our friends. So love both of them. Still pinch myself that, Dave, we own this, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, I am going to show you a one-page little scrapbook that we can make.
Hey, Mary
and
Jo.
I think it's really, really cute. Obviously, I wouldn't show it to you, right? But I think it's really fun. And I'm going to scrap some pictures from our trip to Maine to see Katie and Tira. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'll show you what I'm using and all of that. Okay. I am going to use, let's set that out of the way first. I am going to use our Sunset Coast. So here's our Sunset Coast. This designer series paper is actually called Scenic Coast. The stamp set is called Sunset Coast, but it is in our new catalog that came out in May, and it is absolutely stunning. I don't know if you, yes, you can see the little reflection here. So each page has this, I was going to say luminescence, but that's not quite right. This little glimmer part of it. So just all these fun, I love the back of that one, of course, because it looks like ocean. And look at that. Oof, lots of shine on that one. Very, very fun designer series paper. So that is the paper, which you get 48 sheets. It's quite a bit. And these are the stamps and these are the dies. And what we went to see is a lighthouse. So I am going to use the lighthouse die. I have all my stuff right here. I was going to pull out the lighthouse die, but anyway, I cut out the sailboat, so we'll be using part of that, as well as using, here it is, the lighthouse. So there's lots of different ways you can use these, and
actually better with the white behind it.
With the white behind it. There's lots of different ways you can use these. There we go. So we're going to use two different ways this morning, but lots of fun things. I'm going to use the shells and the birds and the little netting, just lots of fun things. I could use clouds, but I did not. So let's go ahead and let me show you what I got here. Just put those away so I don't lose anything. This one too. I have lost a Winnie the Pooh stamp, and then just looked for it last night again here and cannot find it. Okay, we are going to use a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. Now this is our double-sided cardstock. So one side is lighter than the other. And I am literally falling in love with this because, sorry, Dave, I have a new love. Just kidding.
I'm not threatened.
No, I'm kind of falling in love with this because
there's plenty a piece of paper cannot do for you.
So true. Because I love the double-sided, number one. The two-sided colors, and I want to just pull out a piece of our cardstock. And while I love using this because it's thick, this is not quite as thick, and it's a little bit smoother, if I could say that. It's not quite as thick, and it's smoother. So,
which is kind of funny with two colors that it's not as thick.
Yeah,
you'd think it would be more thick.
So I will post a picture of this, but here's what we're going to do, and I'm actually going to make this right here in front of you, but I'm going to score at 4 inches and 4 inches, and I'm going to score at 6 inches. Okay, so let's just start there, and then I'll bring that back in and we will finish it. Here we go. Okay, so there's my sheet and my paper cutter. Remember, we don't want to cut it, so I'm going to put the dark in the dark. Okay, that's a great way to remember, the dark in the dark, the cutter. I just want to score. So I'm going to go to 4 inches. And got that. I'll go to another 4 inches. Actually, I'll just flip it around so I can see the 4 inches. I could pull the arm out and go to 8, but no need. Okay. And then I'm going to go to 6 inches across. So there's a little bend right here. I'm just going to unbend that. All right, go to 6 inches right there. Oh, that's nice. The arm goes right to 6 inches. I guess I didn't realize that. Keep the dark in the dark. I say that all the time so that I don't accidentally cut it. We're going to come back to that. But first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and fold this just so I have some of my crease lines. Just fold it forward. I might end up folding these back. Doesn't matter. I just want some crease lines. I'm going to fold this one more time. And this one more time. Just so it's fluid is the word I'm going to use. All right. Now, for me personally, I don't care if the light or the dark is on the outside, but I think we'll see. But I think if you want that, the part you want has to go down for the color. Okay, let's bring this back in. Number 1 says fold up. Well, first thing we have to do, we have to cut here to that line, and we're going to cut here. Okay, so I'm going to cut right here, and I'm going to cut right there. So let's do that. Now I can use the dark. The thing I like about using this paper cutter for it is I can start. It has a little arrow on it, and I can start, or a little line right there, and I can start it right at this line. It makes it easy to see. So I'm going to cut that. So that is my bottom right, and I'm going to cut this piece right here. This little piece right here, that's going to be my cover. And get that line right on that line. There, go up. Okay. Did I get it all the way? Yes, I did. Okay, so let's cut back to this. And I have one more piece I'm going to cut, but we'll come back to that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, just thinking, making sure, I think I am going to go ahead and cut this one piece right now. So the other piece I'm going to cut is this little piece. That's going to make a little pocket. This is also going to make a pocket. I think once I make it, it will all make better sense. So I'm going to cut this at about, I guess this way, at about 3, about half. So I know it's 6 inches. I'm going to cut about 3 inches off. Make a little pocket here. Again, going to that line. There we are. Perfect. And then, since we're at the refuge, I just went ahead. I got to keep putting it back my original way. I went ahead and I was going to bring a punch. I'm like, you know what? I'll just use our old punches. I know I have one. And I'm going to put a little half circle on that piece I cut off right here. And I'm going to put a little half circle on this piece right here, on the one right there. This is one of those things, I think, if you want to make it, you kind of go back and you watch it step by step, in my opinion. All right, I'll bring this back in and show you. So we're going to fold this piece up, fold this up, and we're going to fold this up. My little lines here, that's where we're going to glue. So on the little one, I'm just going to glue the 2 sides. Put that up like that and give it a good score, or burnish, I guess is what it is. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to use this glue because I can get a smaller line than I can if I use the adhesive glue, the other glue. You know what glue I'm talking about. That glue. All right. So, and then to get that to stay, of course, make sure my block is clean. I can just set that there and set it there for a second. This is also going to go up. However, I'm only going to glue here because this also, 2 places. I'm going to glue here and here. This also is going to make a pocket. So I'm going to fold that up. My glue is going to go here. Just think about pockets, 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 and here. Okay, so two lines there of glue. Fold that up, and I'm going to move this over here to kind of let that give it a little weight to dry. Okay, so far so good. How are we doing here? So far so good. Okay, now remember this is the piece I cut, which is great because this. Okay, remember what I said before about the side you want on the outside is going to be up. I'm changing what I'm saying. And this is going to fold back, and this is going to fold back. And This is showing a little bit. That's okay. I can put a little edge there. Let me pull that up so you can see it. So basically, I just made the whole scrapbook. So I'm opening here. I've got a little pocket here, so I can fold that. I have a pocket here, and I can open that. Is it blurry because I'm moving?
A little bit.
And then I've got my back cover. So isn't that great? It's just a little scrapbook. And yeah, this is bugging me, so I will put something there to cover it. All right, let's go ahead and decorate it. So I think I'm going to write on here actually the piece we want. Let's see, what did I just say? Okay, so this is the front cover. Just so if you, the side that is up is the side that is going to be out, and this is the back cover. Just so you can see if you have a pattern that you want on the outside, that's what you need to do, because this is opposite of the other one I did, which is totally fine. Okay, I am going to use this wonderful sunset paper, and this one I cut. So this is 4 inches, which is really interesting to me that this is off. Maybe I didn't score it perfectly, but this is 4 inches. I could slide it over. I think I'm going to slide it over and I'll put a ribbon right there. Then you don't even notice that edge that's bugging me. Okay, so this is 4 inches by 5 3/4 because my whole thing is 6. And I'm going to grab my adhesive and we'll put this on. So pretty. Love, love, love this paper. We made a card with it the other night. That's what I thought. This adhesive, I needed to change it. So I'll just use this. I forgot. All right. We made a card the other night. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I am going to go over here so you don't notice that one line right there. Still pretty centered. There we go. And on this one, that's where I die cut out just a square. I don't know, 3 by 3. I didn't even really pay attention, but I think it's probably 3 by 3. No, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. At first I just die cut it out. I'm like, oh, it doesn't die cut out the edges. And I thought, oh, a circle would be nice, but I don't have a circle with me, so I'm going to just do this. And then I was thinking, where does the lighthouse sit? Not in the water, probably right about here. I'm going to put it at the top. So let's go ahead and put that on. You could pop it up. Don't pass out, but I'm not going to. How's your Saturday, friends? How is Saturday? Let's go ahead and I'm going to stick it about here. Nice. And then this is where I would maybe put a little sentiment. And actually, I'm deciding to use The Adventure Continues, because since we went to Maine, I don't know, I feel like that's probably the most appropriate one in our stamp set. So, because the stamp set says, wherever this finds you, finds me in Maine, wishing you a lifetime of joy, happy anniversary, happy retirement, congratulations. You brighten my day. I guess I could do that, but I think I'm going to use The Adventure Continues, and I'm going to make a smaller square to put that on, because obviously what I was thinking when I made the scrapbook is not going to work. So let's stamp this in black. Let's do our Memento black. Stampin' Up! Came out with a new black, and I'm not quite used to it yet. So I'm hanging on to my Memento because I like it. Sorry, I want more ink. There we go.
Mary Jo is having a quiet and relaxing day.
It's a little bit crooked. That's nice. What does that mean?
I guess it doesn't have to go anywhere.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fun. I like that. I'm going to flip this over so I can really try to get it straight by lining up the continues. Here we go. On the bottom. There we are. I think that will make it straighter. And, oh, you know what I brought up with me, Dave, but I didn't bring over here is someone at school was getting rid of one of the Little Creative Memories paper cutters.
Trimmers, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yes, please. So they're all sitting in this space to take for free. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, if you insist, I will. All right, The Adventure Continues, and we'll come back and we can put some gems or ribbon or, you know what, we got to pop something up. Come on now. Don't get crazy on me, right? Let's go ahead and take that little edge. And is it supposed to rain today, or is it supposed to be nice? Any idea?
Cloudy is what I heard.
Cloudy. Well, next week is going to be super warm, like we've moved to Florida or Phoenix or something. Next week is going to be hot. Okay, I'm gonna just pop up this little, the adventure continues. That's kind of fun. All right, so in this first page, I'm going to put a picture of Dave and I at the lighthouse. Thought that was a really fun picture. And you put it on either side. I'm going to put it on this side because over here I was thinking would be a good journaling space. And then you could put another picture pulling out from there. So let's do that. I'm going to stick it on this side, the left side. And I feel like we had to stick pictures in, otherwise you just don't get the full feeling of how cute this is going to be, right? So
Correct.
we went to Cape Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yes, Cape Elizabeth in Maine. It's, I guess this is an iconic lighthouse that we went to see. And then I was thinking right here, where are my papers? I have maybe here. To put I did cut one for here. It's blue. I think I put it in my stuff. To put in one in the slider, you've got to cut it a little bit smaller. Here it is, than what you want. Perhaps. We'll see. Okay. You have to cut it smaller than what the size looks like you would need, and you just have to kind of try it with your, try sticking it in there. So I tried doing, so this is 6, so I tried 5.5, and that was too big because you've got adhesive here. And then width-wise, this is about as wide as I could get it, and this is 3 3/4, maybe even go 3.5 by 5 1/4. So you can see that you're really kind of making it smaller. And that would be really fun to journal with our white gel pen. I also don't have here. Okay. But I also think you could journal on this side, write something there. You could put a photo here. Actually, I'm going to put a photo on this one. Just thinking out loud. I'm going to put a photo on that one. We'll journal on this one. That'll be fun. I'm going to cut off just a little bit more on this. Yeah, it was a fun trip. We enjoyed it.
For sure.
Yep. There for just, what, a long weekend? Was it Memorial Day? No, it was August. Labor Day. Maybe?
No, it was Memorial Day.
Was it?
Yep, because it was right after Tira's birthday.
Oh, yeah. True. Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, I have never been to Maine. Had you, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, last year we went 3 times to the East Coast, which is sort of ironic. Felt like it was like, oh, going to the East Coast again. All right. I am going to use, I thought I had my other ribbon here. I don't know. That's okay. I'm going to use, I was going to use the Timid Tiger ribbon, but I have strawberry, which is also in this color. So I'm going to use that. And we're just going to put a little tab here. Shocker. I'm going to stick it underneath. I want better scissors for ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to make a little tab so that you would know, oh, we're going to pull that out, right? So we'll stick this here, put some glue on that, tuck it under. And then I guess I should make sure I line it up with where the, wow, really thinking, huh? Line it up with where this actually is going to be. Okay, there we go. Tuck this under. There we go. Just like that. That'll work fine. Pull this back out. And on this side, I'm just going to put a little piece of little glue, and I'm going to let that dry. I was going to staple it, but I don't have a little stapler here, so we will just let that dry. Put our block on it. That's what I do to get things to dry and not stick to me. Okay, so, and then over here is our little space for journaling, a little white piece of paper. Okay, let's go to the next one. There is a pocket here, but this trifold I thought would be a really fun space. Actually, yeah, the trifold I thought would be a really fun space to put. It's a big picture of the lighthouse, and I cut it into 3 pieces because it's folding. And I thought, well, I don't want to really fold the paper, but I think like that is great because you can see, oh, it all fits together. So let's go ahead and just stick those in. It was quite pretty, and it was a really nice day.
It was a gorgeous day.
You said May, right? We were there.
Yep.
Yeah, we went another picture I'll show you. We went to LL Bean. I ended up getting a sweater because I was a little bit chilly because you're on the ocean. They lived in Portland. They live in Denver now, but they did live in Portland. So there's that. And yeah, I was like, with this picture, I was like, oh, I think that's kind of brilliant. If I do say so myself, I thought it looked really cool like this because it's all one picture. What do you think? I kind of like it.
Very fun.
All right, so there we've got this. I hope the glue does not.
Ooze out.
Yes. Okay, so there we go. We've got, let's go back to the beginning. Why is that still sticking out? I don't know. Okay, so, oh, it's okay. So we've got that. And on this page, I was going to put looking up at the lighthouse. Wait, where's my little, oh no, because we're going to journal there. That's right, journal there. And then here, we can put a picture and then something to pull out, or you could just tickets or something like that. We do have this picture of the boot, which would be fun. I might put that on the very back. I don't know. You know what? I just don't scrapbook as much as I used to. So I'm a little out of the sync of scrapbooking, but let's find a place for the boot and then I'll show you the picture. It's super cool. I don't want to cut off the LL. So LL Bean, if you've ever been there, they have this massive boot because it's so iconic for them, the boot. And so everybody, I guess, takes a picture. You go over by the boot. Of course, we got a bag, or they got a bag. We didn't get one. They got a bag, and we got lots of fun things. I got a jacket, sweater. They've got some pants, all sorts of things, right? Right.
Yep.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Hey, Cheryl.
We have this picture going inside, like here. This would have been a cool one to put on that too, but all right. And we can always journal on top of it. I think I'm going to stick that one in. I kind of like that there. Like I said, I'm kind of out of the scrapbooking. Jump in anytime, Dave. I'm sort of out of the scrapbooking. I don't know, just out of the thing. Let's grab a little bit bigger piece of white. I'm going to use this. We'll put it here, and so that it's very clear that's for journaling. How about that?
There we go.
There we go. Let's trim that just a little bit. There we go. And we'll stick that right in there. And so what are you thinking so far? It's kind of fun, huh? I think it's kind of fun. It's stretching me, I'll tell you that. Okay, awesome. Have to put something there. Got that. I think the boot has to go here unless you want to put it on the back cover. So maybe the boot goes here and then here. I don't know, Dave. Help me out. Help me out. I don't want to cover my pocket.
Yep.
Or the boot could go on the back. I think I'll do it there because you don't want to cover that pocket. We actually did get some lobster things, which would be very fun to tuck in that
rolls.
pocket. Yeah, the lobster rolls, I wasn't impressed with, honestly.
Oh,
However,
we got some lobster souvenirs.
yes, we got some lobster little souvenirs that I can put there. And I'm going to put this little piece here to journal on. There we go. Done, done, done. Almost. There. Now I feel a little bit better about that. Okay.
The
boot.
boot, we got kicked out of Maine.
Yeah, right. Yeah, kicked out of Maine. And then we'll put tickets or something in there. So I still have this lighthouse picture, which I think was very fun. But that's okay. We'll put this one somewhere else. So we also we want a couple more things I'm going to add on here. We have a sailboat because in that die, I just cut out the sailboat. It has the same thing. And I just decided, well, I'm just going to cut out the little sailboat instead of the whole thing. And that will, I don't know where I put my, oh, here, there. That will make, you can always just use that sailboat. You can also stamp little sailboats. Boats. My parents one time, when I was the only one home, so I must have been just before junior high, they were thinking about getting a boat and going around the world. And I honestly wish they had done it. How great would that have been?
I can't imagine your dad doing that. Your mom? Totally.
Well, he, with his ham radio, he could have done.
Yeah, that I get, but
I don't know. I think, yeah, pretty amazing.
Strike me as an adventurer.
Not so much, but I do think, anyway, I think it would have been pretty amazing.
Oh, of course.
I'm going to put some shells on. Oh, you know what else I took out of that die? These are the pieces that don't come out. So if I wanted some little ocean there, I could add some. I'm going to put some shells on this page right here because that kind of goes with my lobster. that I'm going to put in later. My lobster souvenir or ticket. What is it? Actually what it is, it's a little clip that has some, it has a few of the lobsters on it. Everything in Maine, lobster. I guess lobster is important there. I'm going to switch these two.
Of course.
Yeah. There we go. All right. I'll just set that there. Overlap those a little bit.
I will say the best lobster thing was that lobster grilled cheese. That was tasty.
That was great. And the clam chowder soup. That was in Boston, though, wasn't it?
We
Anyway,
had it both. But
that was
anyway,
really good, too. There's also netting I had punched out if you wanted to use something with that. I don't know. I don't think so, but you can. Not right now.
Not really seeing it on this.
Not seeing it. Not feeling it. So there we go. I'm going to bring this back in and just walk through that one more time just to show you. So score 4s, score 6. Cut on the dashed lines, cut. Okay, so that makes our little pocket here. And then this unfolds. And these two are my little cover. Oh, I have gems. Let's put some gems on. We need embellishments. More embellishments. I'm put some gems on the front. How do we not want gems? Come on now. I'm going to go with that Timid Tiger because, yeah, I'm so used to cards. I like cards.
It looks cute.
It does. It looks really cute. What do you guys think? I only see Cheryl. I love it. I love the ocean. And then we write here that it is Cape Elizabeth. Kind of fun. I think it's kind of fun. There's our little, well, don't forget to pull out our little lighthouse there. That's where that bigger picture needs to go. This one. I'll fix that and put this one right on top of it because this one is a little bit different view, whereas this one kind of looks similar to what that looks like.
Yep.
All right. So that's what I have for you. Pretty fun and exciting. What else? You have something?
No, we're good.
You have nothing. Okay. I mean, you have lots, but
I mean,
not...
I can almost talk, but no, I think we're good.
Okay. So anyway, Scenic Coast, really, really fun to use in cards and in different things. And I hope you enjoyed learning how to make a little scrapbook. And I will post pictures of that as well as this. They are numbered, so hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, the diagram. Oh, sorry. They're looking at me. The diagram. Yep.
No, they can see it too.
Oh, okay. Anyway. All right, friends, I hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. Enjoy yourself and rest. And I hope tomorrow's going to be a little bit sunnier and warmer, but next week is. All right, friends, I'll see you on Monday evening. So happy stamping.
Saturday in the studio, come on in. Lisa and Dave, let the fun begin. Grab your stamps, your paper, your glue. We've got crafty inspiration just for you. Colors and layers, memories to keep. Laughing and creating joy runs deep. Cards and pages made with heart. Let's make some magic, let's make some